I've been playing DBD for a little over 300 hours at this point, and recently I've started to notice an annoying trend in amongst certain survivors. It's not teabagging or shit talking. No, what I'm referring to is in-game quitting.
You suck!
And when I say quitting, I don't mean leaving the game so a bot can replace them. What I'm referring to is when a survivor purposefully kills themselves on hook or actively seeks out the killer to do so. This actually happened in a recent game I was playing, so let's review the tape and I'll show and explain to you why I deal with quitters the way I do. And then you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So let's begin. So, for this game, I was playing as the unknown on Bad and Preschool. The match started off well after I found a crouching cage and managed to place him on a scourge hook. I went for a wander to some nearby gens, and then a teammate gets the unhook, so I teleport back, chase the next survivor, and manage to place them on a scourge hook before the basement gen pops. After that, I head upstairs where I first encountered the quitter. They drop their medkit and ask for mercy, but the game's only just begun, so I proceed to hit them once more and place them on a nearby hook. Now, as shown in the little icon on the left of the screen, you'll see that the Claudette is clearly trying to kill herself on hook, which she was only on for about 30 seconds. Luckily, the newly liberated Yeonjin manages to unhook her before she finishes the job, but that's not enough for this salty quitter. So next up in a shitty bag of tricks, she pulls out the old multi-vault to get my attention. So I head over, hit her with the M1, and this is when I put on my teacher's hat and begin the lesson. Instead of hooking the Claudette, I decide to leave her slugged and carry on with the rest of the game. By doing this, I'm not giving the quitter the reward they wanted, which is to exit the match quickly to move on to the next one, at the expense of throwing the game for the team they're currently in. Now, I understand that this still doesn't really change much for the team, but what it does do is force the quitter into making a decision. Either they quit the game, meaning they're replaced by a bot who'll help out the team, or, like we see in this case, they're forced to wait out the entire game slugged with no chance of escape. And weirdly, this tends to be the option these quitters seem to make, as shown in this clip I've saved here from one of my favourite DBD streamers, Slate.
We're getting the heal here. That's outrageous. That is outrageous. Oh, hang on. They forgot. Ha ha! Ha ha! They're up! Ha ha! Ha ha! Oh, you have to play the game. Oh no! Oh, you have to play the game. Oh dear. Now, if that gets turned into a short, which it might, there's going to be people in chat saying they wanted to leave the game. You shouldn't be doing that. If they want to leave the game, well then they can bloody well leave the game. They're specifically not leaving the game to sabotage it for the rest of us. Ludicrous.
So yeah, he pretty much hits the nail perfectly on the head when he says that. Because let's face it, one survivor's actions can essentially mean that both sides are robbed. If the killer wins, it's not really an earned victory, and the survivors are almost always doomed to fail. So when I get a quitter in my game that does this, I always let the last survivor get hatch. This way, there's still something for the survivors to play for, and it still gives the game some purpose, as it essentially just turns into a last man standing type game. So that's it. My method for dealing with these salty, quitting survivors that I've been encountering in some of my matches recently. Now, maybe it's not the right thing to do, but it's the best I could come up with. And the reason I made this video is because this is my perspective from a killer main, but I'd love to hear from you guys who play Survivor. How do these games affect you? Let me know your thoughts and methods in the comments down below. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video, consider hitting the like button, and if you hit that sub button, there is a chance that Jeff Bezos may potentially give you shares in Amazon.
No, I won't.
Okay, maybe not. Either way, hopefully, I'll see you in the next one.